Hey there everyone, welcome to the UK-2 channel and welcome to this review of an ukulele accessory. I've had it for quite some time. This is the review of the KNA UK-2 ukulele pickup. Now I have reviewed the UK-1, which slips underneath your strings, right underneath the saddle, and transmits vibrations out to a pickup. And then generally you'll want to use a preamplifier, and then it'll be amplified out. Along with that, there's also a cable, and I'm looking for it. It's right here that you get with it, that this end plugs into that small little port on the side there, almost like a headphone size port, a 1/8 inch, and then this plugs right into generally your preamplifier, which then would plug into your amplifier or other pedals or whatever else that you have. And that is the UK-1. Now, what is the UK-2 all about? Well, it has a couple things that I really like that I want to show you. First of all, it has a gain adjustment. So not only is it finished a little prettier, I think that's actually really quite attractive. Almost looks like koa on it with the nice little layers of wood there as well that are around it. Same basic idea, but it has an adjustable gain right there. And then they also, with this model, include this instead, which I think is a great improvement over the UK-1. It's a little thing that clips onto your strap while you're playing, and then this part plugs into your cable. So you're not going directly from pickup right into your thing. You can plug it into a cable first. And if I had the UK-1 as my only option, I'd use this as well. But the same basic premise, it just goes underneath the strings right underneath your saddle. Now, if you have a slotted bridge or a pull-through bridge, this probably isn't going to work for you as a solution. And KNA does have some solutions for that. But again, if you're looking at putting in a pickup and you don't want a permanent installation, this might be your solution. Now, are there dangers with this? Sure. The socket here, that port, that 1/8 inch jack could loosen, or you could have issues with that over time, certainly. Or in a case, this could get crushed or dropped and broken. That part right there where the piezo is connected to and those controls are. That could happen. Let's be honest about it. But for the convenience of having a pickup that you can easily remove, that's great. Now, this particular flight here, this Jade, does have the pickup system, and I put that in here purposely so we can compare it. Now, it's not going to be a fair, complete comparison because this is an active pickup versus a passive pickup, but we'll do that, and we'll also, really quickly in this video, also compare it to the sounds of the UK-1, and they are slightly different, although, again, different instruments versus what they're installed in. To be totally fair, you should probably install in the same instrument or two of the same instruments, but I don't have two of the same of anything actually at the time as I am recording this. So let's just show you generally the overview of how this works. So you loosen your strings, then you're able to slide up the controller underneath, and you shouldn't even have to remove your strings from the post to do that. And then you just tighten and tune it, make sure that it's holding in tune. And then you take your adapter cable and you plug that into the pickup. And then this gets plugged into your actual cable for your amplifier. And I've got an amplifier here on the side. So we're all connected now. And I'm going to turn it down all the way to start with. And I'll turn up the volume here a little bit. You got nothing? There it's coming. tune this guy up because we're getting a little bit out of tune. There we go. And that is running straight out from their in-tune amplifier without an inline preamp, which again I would highly recommend. I just don't have one around the house. I don't play amplified very often. Now, you can hear a little bit of tapping when it's on your instrument, but when you're playing, and I do like the fact that you can adjust the amount of gain that you're sending out on your instrument. Now, in comparison, let's compare that to the Flight's own internal pickup, just so you can hear that comparison. Now, I was at 26 for volume there with the passive pickup with the UK-2. So let me pull out the cable here, turn on the volume. Always turn on your volume before you change into your amplifier and so forth. And this volume is set at midway for the actual system here. And I'm going to turn it up a little bit, maybe to, let's try just 17. Yeah. And I can even be less than that. So and I might even want to pull back the volume a little bit there as well. So what can you say? Well, an installed amplified or active pickup is going to give you more core tone right to an amplifier than is a passive. But that's just the nature of how that all works, right? But it's a great solution. And generally, by the way, people that often play active pickups also still use an inline amplifier. Just something to keep in mind. Now, let's do the comparison between the UK-1 and the UK-2 as well. So I'm going to turn on the volume here. All right, we're down all the way. And I'm just going to use the same setup. Since you can use this little like breakaway, it's not really a breakaway cord, but this extra cord, since you can use this on the UK-1, it's an accessory that I would definitely contact them and buy if you're using the UK-1 or if you've owned it. So you can actually plug that in here too. And I think the volume was 26 before. Let's compare them. All right, so you can hear quite a bit of sound. Now again, you're also going to be impacted by the overall sound. You get that same sensitivity to tapping when you're using this, but it really isn't picking up other extra stuff while you're playing it. Now I'm going to turn on the volume, and here comes the UK-2. All right, setting it at 26 on the volume here, turning it up all the way. I think you actually get more gain out of the UK-2 as well. Although again, it is a different ukulele. Now I've turned down that all the way, and I'm going to turn off the amplifier as well. So if you're interested in a pickup that isn't a permanent pickup, generally the MISI or MI-SI series is highly recommended for an install of an active but small pickup in a ukulele. Many ukuleles come with like the double systems, including the really cool Flight sound wave systems. Things like that are made by Double. Lots of neat options out there, but really that MISI, the MISI sort of active pickups are very highly recommended. But if you don't want to do something like that, you don't want to do the drilling, you don't want to deal with that issue, you just want to loosen your strings and put in a pickup for those rare times you want to be amplified, this is a great solution, and it doesn't cost that much, and you can put it on different ukuleles. You would just, again, have to be a little concerned about a couple things. Again, the frailty of just any connector. I just had to replace on my son's Oculus he saved up and bought an Oculus, you know, the virtual reality headset from Facebook. Um, Wanted it. I played it a couple times. It's pretty cool when you're on a 3D world. It's pretty neat. But he bent the USB-C connector um, nearly off of the cable that charges it. So I had to order him a second one of those. Those sorts of things happen to connections. So you do have to be aware that you have that to worry about. Whereas, you know, a big 1/4 inch jack that you would normally use with a system like this one is going to be way more resilient to damage and force and other things than is a little tiny 1/8 inch adapter. At the same time, you couldn't put a 1/4 inch adapter on that. So if I was to buy between the two, and again, both of these were sent to me for review purposes. This is why this video is marked as a sponsored video. Not that I'm getting paid anything extra, but both of these were sent to me to review, and I hope that I get a chance to review the ones that just go attached to your soundboard in the future. I'd really like that too, because I have lots of ukuleles that'd be fun to just, you know, amplify for a while and then remove that pickup by just having it mounted on the soundboard. But anyway, because I was sent both those for reviews, I need to mark this as a sponsored video, even though there's no extra payment for it. I do get to keep these though, which is really nice. So I do like the looks of the UK-2 better than I like the looks of the UK-1. They both have that sort of like layered look. The UK-2 is definitely thicker and taller, perhaps at bigger risk of breaking, but then again, you do get that ability to control the amount of output that's going out of that passive pickup. I think it's a great idea. It seems to work really well. You know, and again, if you're looking for that, you know, removable option for a pickup, it's a great option for not a whole lot of money. Right now on Amazon, these are listed at $99. These, I was just looking, are on sale at the moment for around $69. I'd probably spend the extra $30 for that, plus that just for that cable. This cable, I think, is very much worth that extra amount in addition to just its functionality in general. So yeah, I really would like to thank KNA for sending me these to review. It's kind of fun to look at. And again, I don't play a ton of amplified ukulele at all. In all my, you know, probably just for 1 or 2 events for the year at school where I need to like play in the gym so that kids can sing out against it. But other than that, this kind of thing would be right up my alley, where I could just really put in a, you know, the pickup very quickly, use it for what I needed to use it for, and then take it out later. That would be kind of my type of playing. So I am the kind of player that this sort of thing is perfect for almost all the time. All right, so there you go. KNA 1, UK-1, KNA UK-2. I like the looks and the functionality of the UK-2 better. It does cost a little more, but I think it's worth it. And if all you can afford is, you know, the UK-1, that's fine too, but I would consider that other cable as well. All right, thanks so much for watching the video. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll be back soon with some more uke stuff for you.